Hi, this is Melanie, and welcome to my new channel. I'm a spiritual advisor and twin flame, and I'll be talking primarily how we can shift out of a lower vibration and claim our freedom, claim our soul purpose, and every little thing along the way that seeks to test us and bring us back to where we used to be, and how we can address those. Today's video is going to talk about an experience I had just yesterday and try to find a way to turn that into a lesson, something that I learned about myself. So I was out driving for Lyft. I'm a Lyft driver right now, and I had a passenger get extremely argumentative with me in the back seat. And that was the first time I was considering, I've got to pull over and let this passenger out and ask him to please request another lift, because I just can't. The situation started because he refused to wear a mask. Politics aside, personal businesses, including Lyft, they have the ability to ask folks to please wear a mask per their rules. And I have extras available in my car in case somebody didn't bring theirs. So first I offered him a free mask, and he was kind of playing around with the wrapper on it and just not taking it out. And he goes into a discussion about how he would like to be dropped off at the vape shop, and he wants me to wait around and accept cash on the way back for his round trip. Now, he did not put in the app that he wanted a round trip. It was only a one-way. So this is asking me to work outside of the app so that he can save money. And that was a situation that I wasn't comfortable with. I'm sure maybe some drivers do it, but it was not per my boundaries. I told him to please edit the ride to include the stop so that we could take him all the way home then. He continued to argue with me. And at that point, I realized that this had nothing to do with trying to be a good driver anymore and trying to, this man was not simply getting in the way of my job. And I thought about how flawed that adage, the customer is always right, is, because that allows plenty of people in their mind the right to be straight up abusive to people that are working. So when I felt that this man was beginning to verbally accost me in my own car, at work or not, I ended the ride right there and asked him to please exit my vehicle, order a new lift. And he decided to refuse. He was staying put back there like he expected me to drive him all the way home. It wasn't all the way. I only drove him maybe a few miles away. So it would have probably taken him an hour walk, but if he's got his phone, he can order a new ride to go back home or something. But yeah, he was being resistant to leaving the vehicle, and I told him I'm gonna have to call 911. So he was daring me to do it. He's like, sure, do it, he was trying to demand once again, you gotta take me home. I'm not leaving this car until you take me home. So there was this moment in my mind where I wanted the path of least resistance, and I was thinking about the person I was before, where my impulse was to just do whatever the fuck this guy wants because it'll shut him up. I put my car into drive for a second, thinking it wouldn't be terribly inconvenient to just drive this man back home. And then something in me that was stronger, a stronger voice inside told me, no, put your foot down. This behavior is not acceptable. This is your boundary. And so I decided to put it right back in the park, and I called 911. And I realized how easy it was to help myself and get other people that would agree with my situation. So the 911 operator asked me what I need out there. Fire department, ambulance, or police. And I said, I need police, please. She took my name and asked, "What's the emergency?" I said simply, "I am a Lyft driver and a passenger refuses to exit my vehicle." Now, at that point, that's when the passenger decided to cuss me out and loudly slam the door and got out. I locked my car doors and told the operator that all was well now because the passenger exited the vehicle. Um, so, I know that we listen to all sorts of spiritual instructors that talk about, hey, if you were, if you're in a great vibration, you attract the circumstances you want. I want to say that there is something a little flawed in that thinking, because that is also, in a way, that almost seems blaming of the party that's encountering the thing. And I know that we're here to take personal responsibility for everything. I'm trying to find the right words to describe this. It's like, we can't avoid every bit of chaos. I guess when we're wealthy enough, we can afford to live a mile away from society and we can control our situation like that. But when most people have to go out into public, there is the small chance that no matter what vibration you're in, you're still going to, be encountering a little bit of drama from other people. And how to take a step back and realize, there is a situation where it's not your fault, and don't blame yourself like there's something you could have done to make this person better or to make this flow more smoothly. In this situation, I'm not going to blame myself and say, hey, I could have chosen a different job because I was in the circumstance that allows complete strangers to get into my personal vehicle and so on. It's a service for society. If you want to partake in society, you're going to once in a while meet someone who's just a little bit, This guy was going to a vape shop and he was already lit. He was already high, and part of me knew it when he got in the car, but it was already too late. So sometimes you find yourself in that situation where you have to make a call to represent your boundary, and you know that it's not going to be in their best interests, and you have to know to stand up for yourself anyway. You have to know that, you're first protecting yourself from abuse, and that this keeps you in a high vibration. Never mind about, whether the other person is calling you a bitch, an asshole, if they're cussing you out and you think that somehow you manifested that, and this is about your belief system. If you believe that you cause every bit of bad news, to happen to you, but you can choose. You can choose how you want to react to it. I've told this one story plenty of times, how there was chaos on the day that I met my twin flame. On the first date, I was getting ready. I went out to the mall to go be a little extra. I liked to go to Sephora to get a makeover done first before going on a special date. And I got, my vehicle got T-boned at the intersection as I was leaving the mall. So I got into a, car accident that just raked the whole side of my vehicle. And if I had not been so excited that day already, if I had not been such high vibing, it could have ruined my day, could have ruined a few days actually. But thankfully, I saw the silver lining. There was a police officer that caught the whole thing. He was only a block or two behind. He saw me go through my green light, and this woman trying to come out from one of those right turn on yield, and she's trying to jump in front of me, and she just missed the timing. She accidentally swiped the side of my vehicle instead of got in front. So this police officer expedited everything. I didn't need to wait around for a police officer to come. I just already had one there that could give me a report later, just gave me his number to work it out later. So I was able to make my date with Anthony on time, and I didn't allow this chaos to ruin my day. I mean, I knew she was probably, like, she knew it was her fault, and she knew that she fucked up, and she was probably, like, but, there are always two parties to this situation, and sometimes it's not possible for both parties to walk away without hard feelings. So if you find yourself in that people-pleasing mode, that day with the car accident, I actually didn't talk to that woman at all. I was not going to go soothe her and ask her if she was okay. Maybe I wasn't even thinking about it, but I just had business to do. I had my life to get back to. So with this passenger yesterday in the Lyft ride, I had to remind myself that when I'm at my highest vibration, when I'm concerned about me first and my safety and my day not getting ruined, what's going to compromise my day is giving a free ride to an asshole. So I was not going to drive him all the way back home. And even though that may have been the path of least resistance for everyone, that might have been like the humanitarian, oh, just do it, don't ruin his day. Don't you worry about ruining somebody else's day, because that was their fault. You have an obligation to yourself and not ruining your day. So giving away little bits of yourself to other people in order to keep them happy or keep them from throwing a fit, that's not on you. The best thing you can do is find out how to interact as peacefully and quickly as possible, and then get that situation to end. So I knew that, I was taking a chance. I was comparing the risk of me potentially making him happier by driving him home or to his destination, but he could have given me more shit regardless while we were in the vehicle together. So it was just me saying, I don't want to spend any more time with this character. And that's when I decided, call 911. It'll motivate him to get out of the car quickly. He'll leave me alone. So sometimes, your boundaries are going to ask you to give someone the hard boot rather than, the smile and the let's try to work this out together. And you shouldn't feel guilty. It's so sunny right now, hang on. You shouldn't feel guilty about what you need to do to make the situation less traumatic for you. Doggies. That's my doggies.
Oh, you got a dog.
Those doggies. Anyways. No barkies. But yes, that's the lesson for the day. Boundaries. If you find yourself encountering these situations now and then, excuse me, don't blame yourself like you're somehow a magnet for trouble, because that's just not true. If you believe that, then yes, you are. But, if you believe that generally life is amazing, and that part of that is you also taking action for yourself, not expecting the universe to just simply drop exceptional circumstances into your lap, but also knowing that you are actively involved in your outcome and your happiness, and that this is something that you can feel proud of every time that you have a small victory for exerting your boundaries successfully, and as ethically as possible, so that you didn't do anything harmful to the other party, and if they're still angry and upset, that's on them. Whatever they did, they were going through something before they were with you, and they're going to keep going through it after they're with you. But yeah, let me know in the comment box if you have any personal experience to share where you exerted your boundaries successfully, and I don't know, if you thought this was awesome, please subscribe, share, follow me. I don't think I'm great at doing the everyday video, but guaranteed every 2 days. So I'm going to get back to life, and have a great day. You as well.